Today we have to discuss about the topic is classification of cyst in cyst and tumor. Before going to the topic, we need some more basics. The cyst contain epithelium and surrounded by fibrous capsule contain lumen. What is cyst? Cyst is nothing but it is a pathological cavity surrounded by a fibrous capsule and lined by a lining epithelium and contain lumen. Inside the lumen, it is made up of sometimes a solid or semi-solid or gaseous material. Some cases, the epithelium is absent, that is called as pseudocyst. The lack of epithelium is lining epithelium is absent is called as pseudocyst. The cyst can be different classified into two types. One is odontogenic and another one is non-odontogenic. The odontogenic is nothing but it is derived from the remnants of dental forming cells, that is dental lamina, Hardwick epithelial root sheath, reduced enamel epithelium. In dental lamina is above the tooth bud. These dental lamina get disappear after the tooth formation, but in some cases the dental lamina may persist as a result the formation of cyst. The Hardwick epithelial root sheath helps to the formation of root. This Hardwick epithelial root sheath gets segmented. Some segment of Hardwick epithelial root sheath get disappear, but in this and replaced by the cementum forming materials. But in this case, the Hardwick epithelial root sheath can't disappear. As a result, may lead to the formation of cyst. At the same time, the reduced enamel epithelium also play an important role in the formation of cyst. This is the reduced enamel epithelium. Non-odontogenic, it is derived from the not derived from tooth forming epithelium. That means it is not derived from the tooth forming epithelium. It is due to epithelial entrapment. In odontogenic cyst, it is a developmental. This cyst is formed along with the tooth formation, so it is called as developmental. In non-odontogenic cyst also classified into developmental and inflammatory. This cyst also formed along with the growing baby. Odontogenic cyst. The odontogenic cyst is nothing but it is a developmental. It is formed along with the tooth formation. It can be classified into intraosseous, extraosseous and inflammatory. In intraosseous type, for example, it is occur in the bone. For example, the lateral parietal cyst. The lateral parietal cyst are formed from the remnants of Hardwick epithelial root sheath or dental lamina or reduced enamel epithelium. This cyst is placed in the central part of the bone, that is called as intraosseous. In extraosseous, that means it is outside the bone, that means mostly in the soft tissues like gingival area. For example, eruption cyst. The eruption cyst is nothing but it is a extraosseous. The tooth get formed inside the bone but can't erupt because the dental lamina due to the formation of thickened fibrous connective tissue in the gingiva. So the gingival portion get thickened. As a result, the tooth can't eruption. So whenever the tooth reaches the gingival portion but can't erupt, as a result the tooth reaches the gingival portion, stimulate the formation of cyst and filled with blood. It is called as eruption cyst. In inflammatory type, for example, apical periodontal cyst. The apical periodontal cyst is nothing but in this Hardwick epithelial root sheath is formed from the Hardwick epithelial root sheath remnants, that is rest of malacis. This, for example, in this tooth having caries that leads to the periapical inflammation, that bacteria producing toxin, the toxin can stimulate the epithelial rest of malacis, that is remnants of Hardwick epithelial root sheath, that leads to formation of cyst, that is called as apical periodontal cyst. In non-odontogenic cyst, it is due to other, that is means not derived from the dental forming cells. For example, It is derived from the epithelial entrapment. It is also developmental and inflammatory type. In developmental, it is divided into two types. One is intraosseous and another one is extraosseous. In intraosseous type, it can be divided into nasopalatal, medial palatal, globulomaxillary, median mandibular cyst. For example, the epithelial entrapment during the formation of palate, the epithelial cells get entrapped. For example, it get entrapped in the mid-palatal area that leads to median mid-palatal cyst. Sometimes it get entrapped. The epithelial cells get entrapped in the medial natal nasal process, and the globulomaxillary process leads to the formation of globulomaxillary cyst. In extraosseous type, it is above the bone, that means outside the bone, mostly in the soft tissues. For example, gingival cyst of palatal cyst of newborn. It is due to epithelial entrapment. In this epithelial entrapment, it is superficially in the soft tissues that like mid-palatal raft, like median mid-palatal cyst. In this cyst also get entrapped in the mid-palatal area. As a result, formation of cyst superficially. But median palatal cyst is inside the bone. But that means palatal cyst of newborn is outside the bone, that is soft tissues, that leads to the formation of extraosseous cyst. In inflammatory type, it is due to traumatic, mostly traumatic, because whenever a fracture happen, the blood can released. In this blood filled within the tissue and leads to the formation of bony materials and filled with blood. This is called cavernous. That is a aneurysmal bone cyst. So in this cyst that does not contain lining epithelium, so it is also called as pseudocyst. Once again repeat it, wherever the fracture happen, that leads to the leakaging of blood. But in this case, the leakaging of blood can't completely leaked. As a result, leads to the formation of bony materials, and filled with the blood, that leads to formation of aneurysmal cyst. It is called as pseudocyst. In miscellaneous type, other than the odontogenic or non-odontogenic cyst, for example, Staphny bone cyst. The Staphny bone cyst is also called Staphny cavity. It is presented in the mandible area due to the enlargement of the submandibular gland during the embryonic stage, accumulated in the lingual portion of the mandible and leads to the formation of cavity in the mandible area. Thank you.